Hello everyone, so this is a requested video, and it's funny because I didn't think I would do a video on this, but this kind of leads into another topic that I was really excited to make a video for many months now, and it's how to manifest a relationship, like a serious relationship, but just bringing in love into your life, which, I mean, it sounds really cheesy, but I actually found something that actually works, and it worked for me. And yeah, I wanted to talk about it, but I just never did. I don't know, you just get wrapped up in life and everything going on, but it's just amazing because like a year ago you guys saw the baby steps if you were a part of my channel at that time, and it's just so funny because all of the steps that I took actually, just made it happen. So today we're talking about getting over someone fast, and I wrote down some notes on my phone because these are things that I have done, and I've noticed that if you're someone who holds on to people longer than you should, for me, sometimes I would hold on to people longer than we would even known each other. Like, we'd have something for however many months, and then I would still kind of just be a little down about it, a little sad about it, still wondering about them like a year afterwards. It's the weirdest thing. But if you're like that, then this video is for you. And guys, if it gets too loud, I'm sorry. I have a lot of family in town right now. We have so many Leo birthdays this week. It's crazy. You guys know that they're loud, they're wild, and just a forewarning, the house is packed. So number one is getting a support system. This is really freaking important. By support system, I just mean if you had to count on your hand who loves you the most in your life, okay? Get your number one. If you guys are lucky enough to have a number two and number three, then add those people to the list. But basically, this is this isn't just someone that you would put on like a emergency contact form. Like, this is someone who gets you. And it's okay if this person isn't really good at giving relationship advice. You're not really there for relationship advice. You are there to basically heal and get peace and start just living life with people who do love you, who are thankful to have you in their life. And I've noticed that sometimes when we get wrapped up in relationships, or maybe pursuing a relationship, we tend to not spend as much time with our other loved ones and friends as we did before. So this is the most important thing. You're going to be feeling really alone, and you need to get that support system back together as quickly as possible. So this could be a family member, this could be a friend, this could be one of your peers. Just think about the people who really love you. And like I said, you guys don't need to sit around and talk about your relationship woes and issues. If you can talk with that person about this, then that's great, but it's not supposed to be that. It's just supposed to be being around someone, spending more time with someone who loves you and who's grateful to have you in their life. Because at this moment you're probably feeling betrayed and very emotional, and so being around someone who you feel safe around, even if you want to cry, and it looks like there's no reason to cry, but if you're on the verge of tears and you're in that depressed state where it's hard to get out of bed, it's hard to get yourself put together, taking showers, makeup, whatever, then these are the people that you need. And if you don't have more than one person, it could just be one person, but support system, that literally is the first thing you should do. And it is something that really helped me out. And it's so funny. So when I reach out for my support system, when I need to get over something, basically it's cool to sit and have a girl powwow and stuff, but sometimes it's just doing dumb things. Like, if your friend or if your family member is going to run errands, go on the errands with them. Like, you guys could be going to Walmart to go grocery shopping, or they could be going back to I don't know, the bank, I don't know, maybe taking their kids to the park. You just tag along as well. Obviously, to someone who loves you, it's not really that big of a deal, but it's just spending time. I'm not saying you guys have to go out and do stuff. You can get to that point later, but right now you need to just be around the people who love you. And small things like that really helped me. Number two is to stay busy. One thing that I notice whenever I'm sad, sometimes I will spend a lot of time in my bedroom, a lot of time alone, not really interacting with other people unless I absolutely have to. And sometimes you could just get stuck scrolling through different apps on your phone, and you don't realize it, but you're kind of waiting for that person to contact you. You're waiting for them to do something, and in that moment, hours and maybe even days are going by when you're in this like waiting mode of just staying inside, being, you know, sad, a little depressed. And so staying busy is one of the best things you can do. And I know that sounds really stupid, but I'm going to give you guys some examples of what you can do to stay busy. Number one that works for me is to start something new. I find that usually if I've been in a relationship or just in something just in general, that I kind of stop doing small things for myself as much. It usually becomes more of a thing that we do together. And so during this time, you've probably realized that you've neglected some things. You could have neglected some hobbies. You could have something that you wanted to start on that you've been meaning to start on that you just haven't yet for whatever reason. You couldn't find the time. This could be freshening up like a second or third language. This could be learning that new instrument. This could also be, you know, reading a new book. This could be anything. Guys, this could be playing chess. This could be learning how to play chess, which these are all things that you can take lessons to do. You can do it from home, like online or on your phone. Like, these are all things that you know, won't necessarily like break the bank. You can make them happen, but that will really help. And if you guys are in you know, the depressed mode, the depressed state where you're finding it difficult to take daily showers, you know, getting out of bed, other than when you have to go to work, of course. If you're in that state, I would say make a to-do list, and this is going to help you stay busy. So the to-do list. Basically, you will go to the store and you will buy like a 99-cent or a $3 like little journal. It could be this big, it could be like a notepad, whatever. And you want to get, you know, a nice pen. Make sure it's cute. It could, you know, have lots of glitter on it or whatever. It just needs to be something that like speaks to you. And you're gonna write your to-do list, and then you're gonna check those things off as the day goes on. If you're in depressed mode, start with the basics, the things that are really difficult for you right now. So have brush teeth and hygiene. So that's when you brush your teeth, you wash your face. If you're having trouble taking your makeup off at the end of the day, add that in there too, and maybe like do like a face, like a sheet mask or something like that, because this is a part of like self-love. And I know when we're depressed, the last thing we're thinking about is taking care of ourselves. Like, we're doing the bare minimum, either eating comfort food or not eating enough food. It's just, that's all out of the window. So on this to-do list, depending on how bad your situation is, you know, write down brushing your teeth, washing your face, or taking a shower for that day. If you're having difficulty, you know, making yourself feel pretty, if you feel pretty with makeup and your hair done, then make sure that you add that on that list for that day, that your thing is you need to make up, you know, do your hair, your makeup, whatever helps you. If you guys work out, put work out, like whatever, make the to-do list, and you can add in things that you want to do for your career or the career that you're going into, or you can add on like your hobbies or taking your dog for a walk or going for a walk. But make a list, and as it goes on, I would start with something small, like maybe 5 things for the day, like just 5 things. Start small. Don't get, you know, don't make it too big, because you don't want to get overwhelmed and not actually do it. But as you do something, scratch it off, and then as the days go on, continue that. And this is something that you can do at night before you go to bed to make a to-do list for the next day, for your future, because you should be thinking in the future. Or you can do it in the morning, first thing as you wake up. This is something that's going to take you out of bed. So you want to get out of bed to do this, either if you have to go sit at your desk, or go sit at the kitchen table, or I don't know, wherever you want to, go sit on the floor. But you want to write this out and you want to start doing it. As the days goes on, you can add more, because you'll notice which ones you're easily able to achieve, and then those will become as important, because you're like, okay, I'm already good, I'm already able to do these. So then you'll start getting, you know, more diverse. And so this is where our next little tidbit or advice is to plan something that takes you out of your comfort zone. This is very important. Actually, everything that I listed is really important, because if you do all of them, you will find that number one, you're going to get out of your funk quicker, and number two, you're going to move on from this person a lot faster, because you're broadening up your life, your world. Right now it feels like your world just kind of like crashed down on you and everything's really small, and you're reminiscing about the good times and maybe the bad ones too, but it feels like you want that again. So this is going to make more opportunity if you do those things. So getting out of your comfort zone, this is a big one, guys, and this is something that you can also add to your list. When it comes to getting out of your comfort zone, we want to take it week by week. It doesn't necessarily have to be day by day, but if you really want to expedite this process, then you can literally put one new thing. This is something that takes you out of your comfort zone. You're not normally, like, you don't normally do this. You don't normally do this at all. You don't normally even think about doing this, okay? You could put, that down for once a day, or you can do it for once a week, but it needs to be done at least 4 times a month. So just make it once a week, doing something out of your comfort zone. For a lot of you, this is going to involve socializing. The last thing you normally want to do is kind of go out when you're sad. But this is just exactly what you do need to do. And so for some people, you can join like a class. It could be like a spin class. You could join a gym. You can look online. If you're in the US, like there's like meetup.com. It just has where people get together and socialize. Like if they're new to the area, you can go to some of these things even if you're not new to the area, because everyone's kind of moving around right now. So you could actually meet other people, make friends, and maybe be able to show them some stuff or whatever. Sometimes people get together and like they'll go like roller skating. Sometimes it's just like going out for drinks, and it's just like a group of people, and I don't know, it's meetup.com. You guys can look into it. For other people, this could be grabbing like coffee and sitting down somewhere and maybe reading alone, or bring your laptop and do some studying or some work. But basically, you're gonna go down, you're gonna get a table, you're gonna sit down, and if you don't want to do coffee or tea, you could actually make this a cocktail. Like maybe hit up a happy hour. Like I said, bring a book or bring like your laptop or something, but get nice and cozy, and at least try to stay for an hour. But just doing something you don't normally do that gets you out of your comfort zone. Like I said, for some people this is going to be starting like a new class, or like joining a gym, especially like if you have like social anxiety, and going to gyms, like it can be scary. But the cool thing is there's lots of other people there at gyms, and really what you're going to get the most out of going to the gym is like doing one of their free classes. Usually gyms like will offer other things, either get a free class or like a very, very cheap class, but that's going to help you meet other people, and then maybe you can actually get like a gym buddy, and then you guys can do like whatever you want at the gym, like go there for workouts together or whatnot. I don't know. But this is probably one of the hardest things to do when you are sad, you're getting over a breakup or a divorce or whatever, maybe a failed talking stage. But this is actually what's going to save you. Like this part right here, doing something that's out of your comfort zone. If it makes you kind of nervous, if it makes you scared, if you feel like you're looking for ways to get out of it, that's exactly probably the thing that you should probably start doing. As funny as that sounds, but I don't know, we're just human, we're creatures of habit, and so we like to stay in our routine and where we feel safe. And sadly, when we're in our routine, it's a lot harder to meet new people, and meeting new people is what is going to help you to live again, help you to breathe, and just get back into life. Now that I think of it, I think starting a YouTube channel, that could be something. Starting a TikTok, maybe it's like not your private account, maybe it's an account that you want to post and just not like have any friends yet. You can just, I don't know, meet a lot of strangers. I don't know, but yeah, just start it. It could be going and eating alone. You want to go dine alone. I don't know, learning how to jet ski. Like, it's just something dumb that you just normally would not do that makes you kind of nervous. And like I said, aim for once a week. You can make one a day if you want to, but just at least once a week. And this could actually help you meet someone else. Anytime that you put yourself out there, there is that chance, but don't really think of it that way. Really, this is just you finding yourself again. you just figuring out what breathes life into you, what makes you happy. And once you get into that vibration of feeling well and of having things to look forward to, I think that's when you're able to manifest, and that's when you're able to call in things. So I don't know, but that one is really, really important. So the next one is making new friends. So, you know, doing something outside of your comfort zone, sometimes that could be something that you might not necessarily make friends. You know, it could be you going for a bike ride, or maybe going hiking on a trail you normally would not do alone, or kayaking. You know, it might not be something that's social that you want to start doing, or it could just be starting to work out at home, whatever. So making new friends, this is where, again, we're broadening up our world. It feels like everything's crashing down on us, things just got really small, you just lost something, but this is gonna help open things back up, and actually it can almost transform you. Like, you could find yourself in a better spot than you were when you were actually in that relationship, or when you were talking with that person, etc., etc. So how do we make new friends? So as adults, it's harder to make new friends. Usually we make friends in school, in college, sometimes through work, but you know, not everyone likes who they work with, or some people just work in a really, really small office, or just with, you know, a really small amount of people that you know, wouldn't really hang out afterwards with, and that's okay. So making new friends, what we're going to do, and this is scary, guys, but we're gonna make a dating profile. So this dating profile, I know if you guys use Bumble, you can use Bumble to meet new friends. You just put you looking for a friend, like when you actually make the site, or when you make your profile. So you could try that. I say Bumble because I've actually used it, so like I know that it works. I'm not sure if you Google sites to make friends, like if they really have one, but Bumble is like a really, really helpful one. And yeah, you can find all types of people on there. You guys can do like a Hinge, you could do like a Match.com. You could do anything really, but maybe just start with something free at first, because I know some of them you actually like have to pay for. But yeah, so this could be a friend of the same sex, or it could be of the opposite sex. Obviously on Bumble you can find probably a friend of your same sex easier. On the other sites, obviously it's going to be like a lot of guys because most, you know, people are looking for, you know, either the opposite sex, or I don't know, if you are gay then it'll work that way too, but usually if you're gay there's like lots of better sites than like that. Okay, sorry guys, my camera actually ran out of battery, but back where we left off, this is not to replace someone. Sometimes when you get back on the dating websites to actually find someone, I don't know, just when it comes to manifesting it, sometimes there will be blockages because you will kind of be wanting it too much. You'll just be like expecting it, and then you'll have all of these people that you're matching with, like you'll be putting them on this pedestal that they have to be this and this, because you're trying to find someone that you want to date. And that's sometimes like that will if you're in the wrong mindset, especially if you're just getting out of a relationship, you might be holding them to the same like criteria of your ex, and that can actually just either one, leave you disappointed because no one is like whoever you just left, or number two, you find yourself in another situation of what went wrong in your old relationship. But there is just something weird when you're looking for the relationship that actually makes it happen slower. It's really freaking weird. Have you guys ever heard of like what happens like when you get into a relationship, or like for a lot of like, you know, either girls and guys, like you'll have more people noticing you, like I don't know, or just trying to talk to you or wanting to date you. Like it's always when you're not looking that you have more options. It's the weirdest thing. So we're looking for friends. Obviously you want to make sure that it's someone that you at least find attractive, okay? At least find them attractive. But you're gonna make friends, and even if you guys notice that when you meet in person that there's just nothing clicking romantically, you guys might click on like hobbies. You guys might click on just spending time together. Really, you guys could go explore different places together. I've had this happen where people that I was trying to rebound with, and I found like on like Bumble or even Tinder, though like we didn't have the chemistry like for dating, we stayed friends for years, like for years, like really 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 close, talk every single freaking day for years. So you can find friends on these websites, and you know, just if you don't see yourself actually dating them, then just, you know, come out and say, you know, let them know I'm not really looking for a relationship, just so they continue to look for someone else. You know, don't make it weird. But usually it's just you know, you want to find someone that you actually like as a person. But yeah, finding friends that way, it happens. It's pretty easy to do, but don't do it like getting back out there like, oh, I'm ready to start dating again, because sometimes I've noticed that it like slows down the manifestation process. It's when you're not putting any pressure on it that it actually will happen for you. So for this, you could actually become friends with someone and they can introduce you to other friends that you might actually, you know, develop feelings for like one of their friends or someone that they introduce you to. Or maybe you guys will start going to a place, I don't know, some place like where they have like live bands. I don't know, it could like become your local haunt. I don't know, but anything can happen. Usually when we try to think of how it's going to happen, how is our next love going to happen, our next relationship, we can never imagine it. It's always outside of what we can imagine. I don't know, it always happens for me, like just like that. It's like the stars align or something, but I never have any idea what's actually happening, and I think that's really good. So I'm going to end this here. Yeah, there's more to say, but that's for getting into a relationship or actually bringing the relationship to you. That's actually a video that I've been wanting to make for many months. So this was just a request, and it actually does work if you follow these tips. I guess I should put out this warning too. Sometimes that person that you're trying to get over will actually come back during this process. And for some people, it will help you get closure. I don't know, you guys might have a conversation with this person again and you might find that you've changed, or maybe they're not what you thought they were, or maybe you just want the satisfaction of knowing that they still want you and you're no longer interested. I don't know, guys, but a lot of the times they will come back during this process. And you know, there could be people where with them coming back you guys can reconcile and maybe you can make things better. I don't know, but I definitely need to throw that out there, that is a big thing. As soon as someone's off of your mind, that's usually when they start hitting your line. Like, I have no idea why that is. It's just weird things that I've noticed in my life. So just get that out there. But yeah, if they do come back, you might find that with this, you might have more going on and might actually enjoy kind of, you know, being single and just seeing what happens. So you might not actually be that flattered when they do come back. You'll just be like, oh, okay, thanks. And yeah, it's cool. We can be friends or something. Like, you probably won't care that much, but it really works. It's really helped me. And yeah, let me know if there's anything that I missed that helps you get over someone fast.